UWA Elite Army, are you ready for a frighteningly good time? So many exciting matches that it's scary? A few more terrible Halloween puns, perhaps? Well, get ready because here comes the rundown for the 2025 UWA Elite Brawl for It All. I'm the man of 1,000 spreadsheets, MC Hale, and while this card may have fewer matches than usual, the main event, the Brawl for It All, is a 30-man battle royal with a shot at the big belt on the line. Tickets are on sale right now, so head over to UWAelite.com to pick them up, and you can come see the Brawl live and in person in your spooky, scary skeleton finest this Saturday night, October 11th. We open the doors at 6 p.m., the action gets underway at 6:30. And when I say the action gets underway, I mean don't be late, because we kick things off with the UWA Elite Championship title match. Oh, that's correct. Our opening contest at Brawl for It All is the title, the big belt, the UWA Elite Championship. And that is not all that will be on the line in this matchup. Let me explain. So following the up and down showing for the contingent at iWrestle, the only victorious member, UWA Elite Champ Eric Corvus, sat down with his stablemates and told them in his best dad voice that he wasn't mad, just disappointed. With the ability to guarantee a member of the contingent taking that title through to last breath right in the palm of their hands, facing off against an infighting team of Ty Thomas, Joey Adams, and the eventual winner, Sean McNellis, it slipped right through their fingertips. But they have to look ahead, and for the mat mechanic, that means a matchup against Damage. Corvus lamented the stipulation that the contingent would be barred from ringside, much to the surprise of Ryan T., and well, after the rest of the contingent left, Sean Damage McNellis, one of the most decorated champions in UWA Elite history, approached Corvus for a bit of maybe some pre-match mind games. So sizing up where they stand against each other, Corvus went on a verbal attack, saying Damage has been, quote, slumming it in the mid-card, nearly 10 years removed from winning his last UWA Elite Championship. And right now, Corvus feels that on Sean's best day and his worst, Corvus still doesn't lose this match. Now, SDM countered, saying that with champion Corvus at the top of the UWA Elite ladder, the company is soulless, devolving into what he called goofy nonsense. Now, in order to prove just how serious he is, not only about becoming the first and only 4-time UWA Elite champion, not only about the UWA Elite as a whole, but about his professional wrestling career, Damage declared he is going to put that career on the line. He's taking this more seriously than perhaps any match in his career for the simple fact that it could be his last. And Damage wasn't done, posting on his own personal social media page a video tirade about Corvus as a wrestler and as a person. He mocked the Corvus and Eddie Thomas sit-down that we saw last month. It got very personal very quickly. So whatever you are looking for in the stakes of a professional wrestling match, a plain old victory, a championship, a personal vendetta, wrestling competition, outside wrestling conflict, this match, once again your opening contest on this card, has it all and then some. Now, can Corvus keep his title without the benefit of the contingent at ringside? Will Damage walk out with the UWA Elite Championship and his career, or will he lose out on both? We'll find out this Saturday night in South River when UWA Elite Champion, the mat mechanic Eric Corvus, heads to the ring without support from the contingent to put his UWA Elite Championship on the line against the career of Sean Damage McNellis. The Iron Man title streak of Jungle Jim Wilder has now officially broken the 1-year barrier. While his title defenses add up to a Sweet 16, it is still quite a ways away from the victory count of Mike Quest, and still short of the length of the Iron Man title reign of Bose. Every defense gets him just a little closer and boosts his confidence and the support of the UWA Elite Army just a little bit more. As he puts it, the mountaintop gets just a little higher. Now, in a backstage interview with Shannon May following his victory against E-Money Millie at iWrestle, Wilder congratulated the man who won the #1 contender match, former member of the Lost Boys, Ethan Promise. Wilder said he knows Promise has been working hard, but can he beat Wilder without the Lost Boys? And can he keep that shockingly low 10% fan voting total from iWrestle out of his head? Well, Promise seemed to be very unaware of exactly how he came about getting this Iron Man title shot against Wilder in the first place. He wondered if Jungle Jim was looking for a way to excuse a loss in a match that hadn't even happened yet. until both Wilder and Shannon May suggested he watch the footage of Rise and Penn gift wrapping a victory for him while Promise was still dazed from a Yosifer L superplex. Now, Promise claims he beat both of the Lost Boys by himself at Crossroads, which nobody can deny. He also claimed to beat Yosifer by himself, which is somewhat less accurate. Now, be that as it may, this Saturday night it will indeed be a one-on-one matchup when Iron Man champion Jungle Jim Wilder faces off against challenger Ethan Promise with Wilder's title on the line. As you are all aware, the UWA Elite I Championship was not defended at iWrestle, and that's for very good reason. Your I Champion, Explosive Eddie Thomas, had a bit already on his plate, a title match against UWA Elite Champion Eric Corvus, a match that the Matt Mechanic won with more than just a little bit of outside help. Now, despite being reminded by the shot callers of the outside interference, as well as Eddie making Corvus tap out twice in their matchup, tap outs that unfortunately don't count in a tables match, but still a moral victory of sorts, Eddie was still a bit despondent, sending Flash and Evans out to their last party of the summer without him. Now, Eddie even got a visit from Bulldog Pittman with a similar message, but Thomas had something to offer Bulldog in return. Now, months ago, as a bit of a thank you for watching Eddie's back, the Explosive One promised Bulldog the first challenge for his newly won I Championship. Well, we all know what happened with King Tech inserting himself into the title picture, making both Thomas and Pittman change focus for a bit. Well, now that promise can finally be kept. Bulldog recognized Eddie being honorable in keeping his word, but still promised to bring his best to their matchup and take home that I Championship belt. And Thomas still feels like he let the fans down, let himself down, by not reaching that last career goal of UWA Elite Champion. But he's looking forward to not only facing off against someone whom he respects, but also to take that I Championship into the Brawl for another shot at the big belt. Well, we will find out who will walk into the Brawl and out of South River with the I Championship when title holder Explosive Eddie Thomas defends against the challenger, Bulldog Pittman. Now, just as a quick aside here, I'd rather not discuss the rantings of King Tech, but in this case, I think it bears a mention. With all the talk between Bulldog and Eddie about finally being past Tech not having to keep them on their collective radar anymore, it appears that the Red Lion didn't get the memo. Praising his Mad Queen during an interview with Shannon May, Tech declared that his victory over Bulldog in the iWrestle dog collar match was a result of the gods of the squared circle acting through the hands of the Mad Queen in her defining moment. Now, he was told that despite Tech's win in what was technically not a number one contender match, Eddie Thomas was granting the I Championship title shot to Bulldog as he promised months ago. Well, Tech declared it was unfair and went looking for UWA Elite President Dave Swan before releasing another video on social media. He said he would let the gods of the squared circle decide if he would ultimately be recognized as a hero or a villain. He said Bulldog should have attacked Eddie instead of just accepting what Tech called a charity title match. He also insinuated there might be room in the Great Awakening for Bulldog, Eddie Thomas, or perhaps both. It was maybe not an immediate threat or even a reveal of any immediate plans, but if there's one thing Thomas, Pittman, heck, all of us have learned about King Tech, it's that he will not go away quietly. As much as I hate agreeing with Cypress, he was spot on when he described the Do or Die Posse's title reign so far as 5 months of domination. The team of Robbie Roller and KTB, alongside Big Dan and their advisor Cypress, sat down to share their opinions on the new number one contenders for their tag team titles, Corey Dillinger and Matt Vertigo, the Diligent Enterprise. Their first challenge against Do or Die was not only unsuccessful but undeserved, according to Roller, with the King of the Barons adding that Vertigo and Dillinger should be counting their days, presumably their limited days left uninjured. However, in an interview with Shannon May, the Diligent Enterprise were in high spirits, and as a matter of fact, picked Shannon May up onto a chair to literally lift her spirits as well. They celebrated defeating 2 talented teams at iWrestle in the form of the Lost Boys and the Shot Callers. But they aren't taking KTB and the Hunter lightly. This may be Vertigo's first tag team title shot, but Dillinger reminded him that even before they, as Corey put it, changed the landscape by forming the Diligent Enterprise, they've had each other's backs. As a matter of fact, on the I Don't Care What You Think podcast, the Diligent One even downplayed their previous loss, saying it came when the team was brand new. They're hitting their stride now and more ready than ever to meet the challenge. Well, the proverbial irresistible force meets the immovable object when diligent Corey Dillinger and the New York drip Matt Vertigo, the Diligent Enterprise, challenge the King of the Barons KTB and the Hunter Robbie Roller of the Do or Die Posse for their UWA Elite Tag Team Championships this Saturday at Brawl for It All. As we spoke about a bit earlier, UWA Elite Champion Eric Corvus was less than thrilled with the performance of his contingent stablemates at iWrestle, in particular with one Ryan T. According to the Mat Mechanic, Ryan has a lot of redeeming himself to do. He's being tasked with taking out the anti-hero Joey Adams. And you know who does not have one single problem with that idea? The anti-hero Joey Adams. Sure, a return to the UWA Elite Championship picture by winning the Brawl is on his mind, but Ryan is the primary reason Corvus has that title belt around his waist in the first place. It was then referee Ryan T's refusal to finish the 3 count and award Joey Adams his rightful victory at Living on the Edge, the reveal that Ryan T had joined the contingent, that handed the Mat Mechanic the UWA Elite Championship, practically ripping it from the hands of Adams. Now, Adams certainly has that sense of revenge fueling him, but keep in mind, with the contingent being barred from ringside for the UWA Elite Championship match, all of their pre-Brawl attention can be focused on getting Ryan T the victory, sending him up the rankings, as well as keeping Adams away from Corvus. Tromaville's second favorite resident will have his hands full this Saturday night at Brawl for It All, when the anti-hero Joey Adams takes his grudge to the ring against the contingent's Ryan T. And of course, let's talk about the eponymous Brawl for It All. A shot at the UWA Elite Championship will be awarded to the winner, and every member of the UWA Elite roster, even the ones with other matches that night, are eligible for the Brawl, of course, with the exception of the UWA Elite Champion. So we'll see if it'll be Eric Corvus or Sean Damage McNellis who gets to watch the Brawl from the locker room to see who will be their opponent in the main event of Last Breath for the UWA Elite title. Now, as I said, the champ is the only one not eligible, so whoever loses that Corvus-McNellis championship match is eligible for the Brawl and can try and fight their way into a rematch, although that's assuming they still have a contract. So not only people like Joey Adams, Jim Wilder, Roller and KTB of the Do or Die Posse, Ryan T, Matt Vertigo, who has won 2 Brawls in the past 4 years, but everyone with matches that night. But also the shot callers, Flash and Evans, V. Daniel making his return, King Tech, Michael Massacre, the sophomore appearance of E-Money Millie, the Lost Boys, Rise and Penn, Ryan O'Neal and David Moses, who you all saw at the Middlesex County Fair. No commentators that I know of, but as always, maybe a few surprises as well. As for the rules, they should be pretty familiar by now. 30 challengers, but only 1 winner. Everyone will draw numbers for the entry order. The Brawl will start with whoever drew number 1 and number 2, and every 90 seconds another wrestler will enter the ring. A wrestler can be eliminated at any time by going over the top rope and both feet hitting the arena floor. Once all 30 have made their way into the match and 29 have exited one way or another, that last man standing will be your 2025 Brawl for It All winner and earn a UWA Elite Championship title shot against the champion, either Corvus or SDM, at Last Breath. So not only will every UWA Elite title be on the line this Saturday, but a career is on the line as well, and of course the title of 2025 Brawl for It All winner in your main event. It is the UWA Elite Brawl for It All. It is happening this Saturday, October 11th. Doors open at 6 p.m., bell time is 6:30, and you can find us at the UWA Elite Army Base at the South River VFW, 31 Reid Street in South River, New Jersey. Of course, it's October, it's spooky season, and we want to see your Halloween best this weekend. Are you going with pop culture? Maybe Ryan T stabbing the UWA Elite Army in the back? That's not too soon. In any case, get your tickets at UWAElite.com, follow us on all of the socials, and get ready for the magnificent chaos that is the Brawl for It All. Until then, this is the Man of 1,000 Spreadsheets, MC Hale, saying I will see you at ringside.
Brawl for it all, brawl for it all, brawl for it all. 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 Lord.